Their sacrifice is fueled by the belief that every student can grow and deserves their time to shine. On behalf of the NIAAA, we want to thank every athletic administrator for your tireless dedication to providing 7.8 million students across the country a path to a better future.
This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You're listening to 99.3 FM, presented by St. Barnabas, in addition to 1230 WBVP Beaver Falls. Welcome to the Best of Beaver County, presented by St. Barnabas, a weekly segment dedicated to putting the focus on the amazing things and the amazing people behind them in Beaver County. The Best of Beaver County is sponsored by and content is provided by St. Barnabas. The show airs every Thursday from 11 to 11:30 on WBVP, WMBA, 99.3 FM, and Facebook Live. Now, with no further ado, let's welcome host Mike Romighe to introduce today's program.
Good morning and welcome to the Best of Beaver County on the St. Barnabas Radio Network. I'm Mike Romighe, and what we do on the Best of Beaver County is we shine the spotlight on important things happening and people who are doing it and making Beaver County someplace special, the quality of life, increasing the quality of life here. And we are honored to have with us this morning folks from the BADEN American Legion. I think everyone in the listening audience knows of the BADEN American Legion. They've been there for years and continue to serve not only veterans, but the community as well. And joining us is the commander, Jerry States. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you for inviting us here.
Gene Murray is the president of the AUXILARY at the BADEN American Legion. Gene, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
A little nervous to be here, are you? Okay. And Linda McGowan, and she is she does the public relations for the organization. She lets everybody know what's happening. Tell us about Jerry, if you will, Commander, the long, proud heritage of the BADEN American Legion. It's been around for as long as I can remember.
Probably from early 50s. I don't know exactly how long. In the 60s is whenever they did the renovation, put the second floor on. The American Legion itself has been around since 1919.
Yeah,
and
right.
It's a veterans organization, and that's what we're there for. For veterans, and we serve the community and anybody else that needs it, really.
Mm-hmm. And you do that proudly.
Yes.
The organization, if you make a left, if you're coming, if you're going south on 65, you make a left at the McDonald's there, and straight up the block is
Right.
where the American Legion is in Beaver.
Just come to the McDonald's on 65 and go on Johnson Avenue.
Yeah.
We're right on the right-hand side when you come up there.
Very good. And how long have you been active?
Over 20 years now.
Yeah. Okay.
I've been the commander probably for at least 6 or 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else wants a job.
Yeah. What does it mean to be the commander of the American Legion?
When you have an organization like we have at the BADEN American Legion, the commander's job is just not that hard. You just more or less head the organization, see that everything goes off all right. Everybody else, they handle everything.
Yeah.
Believe me, they do well.
I thought you were
They
going to say...
make me look good, put it that way.
I thought you were going to say it's a thankless job. They work me to
No,
death.
it's not thankless. They make me look good. They
Yeah.
do. The whole organization does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that goes for the auxiliary and
The auxiliary,
everybody's
the
involved.
SAL, the Home Association, everybody that's involved in a Legion.
And you probably served in Vietnam.
No.
No?
I'm too old for that.
Oh, you were too old for that. Okay.
No, actually, I was before Vietnam.
Okay.
I was 58 through 61.
Okay. So you're kind of between Korea and
Yes,
Vietnam.
Right.
Okay.
I served in the Marine Corps, was a presidential security guard in Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay.
I served under Eisenhower and Kennedy.
All right. So you were one of those guys that spoke into your cufflinks? Or?
No, I dressed blues and tennis shoes on. I was looking sharp. That's
Okay, very good. Do you have fond memories of those days?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I was there for 2 years. It was great. It was
Okay.
great duty,
Yeah.
but you had to spit shine. That was all.
You just had to look good standing there for the
Look good
president to walk
standing,
past.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did you have any chance encounters with Mrs. Kennedy at any time?
No.
No, I just wondered because, you know.
They wouldn't let any of us near it.
They were Marines.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Remember, we're Marines. They're not going to,
Yeah, they don't want to
gonna
get
hold you
anywhere
back.
As far as the Legion is concerned, the Baden American Legion is concerned, do you know how many, in percentage-wise, how many Marines, Army, Navy, Air Force are involved?
Not percentage, but we have every
branch.
military there. We have Air Force. Well, I got Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, and Space Force. We don't have any Space Force people
Force.
there yet, but they're
Coast
still
Guard.
Coast Guard?
Coast Guard. Yeah, so
You know, Linda said when she first walked in here, I'm not talking.
but she will. she will. If I forget something,
she's gonna
she'll
correct
bring
you.
it up.
Air Force, there's a guy from Ambridge that I interviewed not too long ago at CCBC, and he's like the space exploration guy. He's really high ranked, and yeah, he comes back here every once in a while. His mother still lives in Ambridge, as a matter of fact. I could get you his number because he was fascinating knowing the things that they know, which of course most of us civilians don't know,
Right.
don't have a clue about what any
Exactly.
branch of the service does. But yeah, I was surprised to meet. He's a high-ranking officer in the
Very
Space
good.
Force. Yeah,
All right.
yeah, very good. So as far as the Baden American Legion is concerned, Gene, tell us a little bit about the auxiliary.
Okay, the auxiliary is there to help the veterans, your active military, and the community. We have different programs. We do collection. We collect food for the veterans, winter clothing. We hold a thank you for your service dinner for them. As far as the military, we do send overseas packages. The ones that are stationed stateside, we send them a thank you for your service card. And we also are there for our active military, which we haven't gone out and done much on, but if we have a family in the area and if their husband's deployed or wife, whichever, we are there to help the families in any situation that they need. If we can't help them, we can get them in touch with an organization that can help them.
And I love having you on today, and we should do it more often because you educate us on so many things that veterans organizations like the American Legion do for veterans and for our communities as well. You rolled off a couple of things there, clothing drives for veterans, sending packages to veterans overseas and things like that. A lot of people in the audience may belong to social organizations out there. There's always been SOI, the Polish Club, or this club or that club, but none of them quite do what the American Legion does for our servicemen and women and the communities.
Right.
Yeah. And in terms of that, is your membership open to social members as well as veterans?
Yes, we have social members, veterans. To be a Legionnaire, you have to have served in the service anytime from December 1st, 1941, whenever the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, till now. If you've been active duty, you got a DD 2410, you become a Legionnaire, which is a regular member of the Legion. We have the SAL, which is the Sons of the Legion. That's men whose fathers have been in the military, but they haven't. So they're sons. And then we have the Auxiliary, which is anybody else.
Yeah.
And then we have social members.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were telling me earlier, Gene, that the auxiliary, it's known as the auxiliary now. And I said, I remember when we used to call it the ladies' auxiliary, because it was usually the kitchen was run by the ladies, and you made all the plans for the weddings or anything else that happened there.
The kitchen's still run by the ladies.
Yes, it is.
But no,
And they do a great job.
The reason it's called auxiliary instead of ladies auxiliary now is we do have a lot of women veterans. Their husbands are allowed to join the auxiliary. Those are the only men that we do accept are the spouses of a veteran. And also we take any mother, daughter, grandmother, granddaughter, sister of a veteran. You're eligible for the auxiliary.
I bet a lot of people didn't know that. You know, we know of the Veterans Organization, predominantly men. When you say, they built the building in 1950, I'm sure it was for the most part. Blue Star Mothers, family,
Gold Star Mothers, Blue
Gold Star Mothers, yeah. But we
Gold
didn't
Star
know
families, yeah.
that all those family members were invited to be members. Yeah. And do you get a lot? Let's talk, Jerry, from when you first joined. You said about 20 years, but being in the military and whatnot, it was a change at some point in the late 70s or late 60s, perhaps early 70s, because although women were probably, I had my mother-in-law she worked, I guess they called them wax back in the day. But women have always been a part of it, usually in some form of service, nurses or
Yes.
on the back lines. But then that changed around the mid-70s, and they started, more women were joining the military, not only as nurses. And then, what was it, in the 90s when they became eligible for combat duty?
I think that was what president did that? Was it Eisenhower?
For combat duty?
Yes.
No, it was more recent.
No, that was recent. But
was like
Eisenhower was the one that
2013.
let them join, more of them join, I believe, than just in.
I think it was 2013 or 2014.
Okay, that's whenever they were allowed to
they
go
could go into
Okay.
combat
go into combat.
Yeah.
positions.
And so there have been more coming into the American Legion. So you've seen that shift and that change.
Yes.
Yeah. And has that helped? Has that helped? Because I know a lot of social organizations have had fallen on hard times recently because they just can't get the membership. But by having the women involved, and now you're saying even the husbands and family members of women veterans are able to join.
Well, what we have at the American Legion now, which we never had before, was a women's veterans organization. So we do have enough women veterans to fund that or to get the thing going.
Linda, we're inviting you to speak now. Come on closer.
Well,
Turn the microphone a little bit your way. There you go.
it's actually the Women Veterans Committee, which was
Yeah.
started by the Veterans Administration, I want to say back in the 80s or 90s.
Okay.
I'm still learning
It's a
a lot of
long
that.
time ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we
And
never
then-
had it at our place until
Right.
recently.
And then the American Legion started sending representatives to the Women's Veterans Committee because they really needed to get their voices out there. And then they're trying to get a representative or a branch of the Women Veterans Committee within each Legion. I just joined the Legion in October of 22, and Tish was the district representative for the Women's Veterans Committee. And at that time, I think she told me it had only been in place like 1 to 2 years at most.
Yes.
So maybe women veterans within the Baden post has been active for going on 4 years now.
Yeah, well, it started in 22, actually, is whenever we were made aware of it and come more to the forefront as far as, and, got the committee going.
I know Jerry has really been a big push in getting the women veterans out there and trying to help us get our voices heard.
Yeah, very good.
As far as
And
commanders are concerned.
accepted by the men in the ranks and
That's what, yeah.
the organizations
Yes,
in
that's
general.
what-
Yeah, very good. We're going to take a break. Jerry States is here. Gene Murray and Linda McGowan are with us from the Baden American Legion. They have a stand-down program they're presenting this Saturday. If you're a veteran, you're invited to it. They also have a family day this weekend. We'll talk about that when we continue on the Best of Beaver County on the St. Barnabas Radio Network.
Oh my goodness, Amy, it's so good to see you.
Jennifer, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Is your mom doing any better?
Thank you for asking. I don't know if I can answer without being emotional. I'm sorry. I'm just tired and worried. I can't always be there for her, and it's so stressful.
I really understand. That's how I was with my dad. I'd recommend calling St. Barnabas. We did. We started with just having them come in for home care. He was so excited to see them show up. And when he needed more, we were able to move him in at Beaver Meadows, where he still has his own home-like space and excellent care.
Thanks for telling me that. I don't even know how to start, but I have to do something.
Oh, you can just give St. Barnabas a call. They have directors that can explain how it all works. Trust me, you'll feel so much better, and so will your mom.
I'm so glad I ran into you.
Visit stbarnabashealthsystem.com or call 724-443-0700 for care apart from the ordinary.
It is the Best of Beaver County on the St. Barnabas Radio Network. We're honored to have with us today members of the Baden American Legion. Jerry States is the commander. Gene Murray is the president of the AUXILARY. And Linda McGowan fills in wherever she's needed.
Very good.
Good way of putting it.
Coming up this weekend, I mean, they do such a remarkable job and have not only served the veterans, but the community as well. But this weekend, on Saturday, April 27th, from noon until 3, they're holding a veteran stand down. Commander, would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, right now we have about close to 30 vendors committed to be there. They're all set up at tables. You come into Legion, there'll be there's food, there's going to be clothing, there's free haircuts, free massage, and we've got 3 VA people there from different areas in the county that are there to help you, the insurance people, everything for veterans. Any questions you have, you come in there, you can ask and get some information on it.
And they're also in, you get lunch, they get lunch?
There's snacks. Yeah,
Snacks.
There'll be, yeah.
What are you cooking in
not
the
a full
kitchen?
dinner.
We're making
Come on, Gene.
rigatoni and meatballs,
I was gonna
Italian
say.
bread. Yeah,
There you
we're
go.
we're serving them a hot meal.
I was thinking deep fry something back there in the kitchen. right?
It's not
Some
going to be deep
fries.
fried, but it will be a hot meal.
All right,
It's gonna be
pasta,
awesome.
spaghetti and meatballs, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people to expect? Because for the veterans, this is for the veterans, they probably aren't calling in RSVPs, but you have to have sort of an idea how many are coming.
I think this is our 3rd year for actually doing this, and it's improved every year. We're still not happy that there are enough are coming. Put it that way. So,
Why would
I
that
think
be?
we've advertised it pretty
Yeah.
good this year, as far as out on Facebook and everything else.
Is there a reason? Because what you're saying here, they'll have access to medical screenings, job search support,
Yes.
housing assistance, and haircuts. There are a lot of veterans in the community who are underserved or too proud, perhaps, to come forward and get that help?
Yes. Well, actually, last year, we had this one gentleman come in there. They brought him in. He was challenged as far as his living. Had hair down to his shoulders. We got him a haircut. So he really looked good, and we helped him out as far as, get him moving along, get him back in main society.
Is that a problem today? Regardless of the time that a member served, that they're still kind of in the shadows and for one reason or another don't come out or not even know that this kind of assistance is available to them?
Well, some of the ones that do know should come out, and the ones that don't should think about it. And what the problem is some of them are too proud to admit that they really need any help. So that's the tough part. That's the ones you try to reach out and bring them in.
Okay. And this is for veterans.
Veterans. Right?
Veterans. Now, they might have family members, depending on their age or anything, to bring them along.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
can do that?
As far as the veterans coming in, their family can be with them.
Okay.
And then the next day we're having what we call family days. This will be the first year we've done this, and that's
Tell us about
thanks
that.
to our auxiliary people.
Yeah, Family Day. What's that all about?
Basically, what that is to get the word out there about the American Legion. We want them to come in and see what all the entities do, like what all the Post does, what the SAL does, that's the Sons, the Auxiliary, the Legacies, just come in and see that we are there for them, not just for veterans, military, but for the community too.
They face different challenges, I would presume, no matter what war or conflict they were involved in. They all have different, unique challenges. And are they aware of the VA, that you can get them assistance through the VA from
Yes.
the Legion?
Right. We have service officers. They're there. They meet. See, every week now, Linda?
Wednesday.
Every Wednesday at what time?
1 to 4.
1 to 4 at the Baden American Legion. Service officers there. If you need help with something with the VA or anything, come on down. His name is Larry McGowan. See him, and he'll get you directed. And Randy Gleason's helping him. So there's 2 of them. And they'll be there. They'll help them, direct them in the right way to go to get taken care of with the VA.
And the VA, over the years now, there's one in Butler, one in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
and that services the people in Beaver County.
Yeah. Well, you have C-Box all around. There's they call them C-Box. It's little outlays
Okay.
where they do. There's one in Cranberry, there's one in Rochester, and that's the two that I know about. I go to Cranberry because I don't like to drive to Pittsburgh, so I can go to Butler.
Yeah.
If you go to Rochester, you're going to go to Oakland. So,
Okay.
if you need to go to the hospital or anything.
Okay. Is this unique among veterans organizations? Because I know there are a lot of VFWs in the community in Beaver County. Do they all do this, or is it a special outreach on behalf of the BADEN Legion that you continue to grow these programs for veterans?
Well, each Legion may have a different, like I said,
Yeah.
our Legion, I'm proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because of the activities that they do to support
Yes.
the veterans
Yes.
in the community, and that continues to grow
yes,
within the ranks and within the community.
right. And not all Legions may not have service officers, but they can direct them to the right way to get to a service officer or whatever. That's
think-
pretty much it.
We talk about this, and as far as the auxiliary is concerned, a lot of us, and, again, social organizations, people like to belong to, but they don't realize, as far as the VFW is concerned, what exactly you do. And with a program like this, you're educating people and how their dues, or if they buy a couple of beers, how that benefits the organization. You sell tickets, anything like that to raise money.
Right. The auxiliary, our biggest thing is we do the fish fries from
And they're
September
very
to
good,
the end.
right?
Yes.
You start in September.
They're
Yeah, we
outstanding.
start in September and we go to Good Friday. But that's how we raise the money to help the veterans and the military. But I know we do a lot for the veterans, but we also do for the community. We try to work in the schools. I know twice this year the auxiliary worked with State Street Elementary. Back in the fall, we taught them about the poppies, what the poppy means.
Yeah.
We had them plant poppy seeds, and we explained it to them how it started in Flanders Field and all that. In March, we did their springtime one, and we taught them about Americanism, what it is to be an American, and how to be patriotic. We had them paint stones, patriotic stones. We made a snake. They named it Peter Patriotic Python.
Okay.
They are placing the snake in front of the school's building so everybody can see it. And we explained the American flag to them and that too. We've also gone out in the community to all the businesses, our Americanism team, and they talked to the different businesses that don't fly the flag and explained to them why they should fly it, taught them about flag etiquette, then we donated a flag to them. And I'm happy to say when I drive down State Street, I see all
lot of
these
flags.
flags flying now. And we have scholarships in that too, not just the auxiliary, but the post also. There's plenty of scholarships. You should come check us out.
Yeah, and
We
this
do
is
a lot, just,
for high school or seniors. Is that what the scholarships are for?
One of the scholarships the auxiliary has starts from first grade on.
Oh,
We
wow.
have a different essay competition, which we try to get into the schools to explain this in September because they're usually due by March 1st. I think that's the date, but yeah, they're certain ones are anywhere eligible for it.
Okay.
Another big thing the auxiliary has is called Keystone Girls State, and I know the men have Boys State.
Right.
And that's coming up. Right now what that is, it's a week-long simulated government immersement learning experience. They go and they spend a week this year it's at Shippensburg University, and they learn all about government and that. And it's open to any girl that is completing her junior year this year. It runs from June 16th to the 22nd. The deadline for applications is May 25th. Contact us. If you have an area, American Legion Auxiliary, you can contact them. All the auxiliaries promote this program.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, go ahead. Give.
to get a hold of our anybody at our Legion, the phone number is 724-869-7169, and you'll get an answering machine, but just leave your name, number, and what you're calling about, and it'll go to the department that is handling it.
Okay, very good. We'll repeat that phone number again.
724-869-7169.
Very good. Back in probably 65, something like that, when I was just a little crew-cutted, red-headed kid. I was a Cub Scout. Not for long, but I was a Cub Scout, and I can remember going to the VFW in Beaver Falls at the time, and the veterans gave us poppies, and we'd stand at the grocery stores or on the street corners and sell poppies.
No, you don't sell pop.
Oh, you ask
You
for
get
a donation.
donations for poppies.
for it.
Okay.
Right.
And all the donations for those poppies go to veterans. That's the only thing that money is spent on. Nothing else.
Yeah.
We don't care if the building's burning down.
It's all
goes
for the veterans.
It's all for veterans.
Yeah, and it's for donations.
Right,
Yeah.
donations.
And that seems to have had a resurgence in
Yes,
perhaps the
it
last
has, yes.
10, 15, 20 years, huh? The idea of the poppies out there. Linda, what else do you have going on? We talked about Stand Down, which is this Saturday for the veterans.
Yep.
The Scholarship Foundation, Family Day. Is there more that we need to learn about Family Day?
Not
Just-
Family Day. I know that we have a flag retirement
Yeah,
ceremony coming
yeah.
up.
As Gene was talking about the flags, a lot of folks who have flags that are tattered and torn on their properties know in their hearts they don't want to throw them away. Right, and so and then some of them are even funny about burning them, but there is an etiquette involved with that.
Yes.
Okay.
The post, we had two before, June 14th and October. But we've got so many flags now that we're going to do an extra one. That'll be the 30th of this month. And that's just going to be a mini flag retirement. We're still going to do the ceremony and retire the flags, and we cremate them, we burn them.
Yeah.
We have a pit there, that's what we do. And like I said, in the last few years, we've got so many flags, we can't do it all at one time. Now, there's looks like a mailbox out in front of the post on State Street. You got a flag that's tattered and you don't know what to do with it, deposit it there. We empty that and we take care of it at our ceremonies.
Very solemn ceremonies.
It's
for the flag.
very solemn, yes.
Yeah, very good.
It'll be the 30th of April,
Yeah, at
6 o'clock in
p.m.
the evening
Okay.
at the Baden American
So
Legion.
the public can come down there.
Anybody
We do
can
it out
come.
in the parking lot,
Yes.
so
Okay.
the public can be there to see it, whatever.
So Saturday is the Stand Down, Sunday is the Family Day, and then you have the
Tuesday
flag.
on the 30th, yes.
Yeah.
Flag retirement.
Something else, Gene?
No, just if you're looking for something fun to do this weekend too,
Oh,
Saturday evening,
band.
we do
There you
have
go.
a band, the Honky Tonk Heroes at 8
Honky Tonk
o'clock.
Heroes.
So come on
We
down.
know them well.
And yes.
Yeah, very great band, local band, and are members of the armed forces as well. There are several veterans in that band.
There's several veterans in the band,
All
right.
right, very good. Jerry States, Commander Jerry States. Gene Murray, President of the Auxiliary, and Linda McGowan is the Public Relations and Jack of all trades at the Baden American Legion. And that's the thing we want to emphasize most, the Baden American Legion. Contact them if you're interested in these programs. If there is a veteran in your life that you see as being underserved and they don't want to get the help themselves, reach out
Yes,
to
reach
the
out to
Baden
us,
American Legion.
Scholarships.
Scholarship for your children as well. A lot of scholarships out there.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
We appreciate you being with us. Noon to 3 on Saturday,
Yes.
correct?
And
All right.
1 to 4 on Sunday.
on Sunday.
Yeah.
Baden,
That's family.
Family
Bring
Day.
Your kids, everything.
Baden American Legion. This is the Best of Beaver County radio show. I'm Mike Romighe on the St. Barnabas Radio Network.
Thank you for listening to the Best of Beaver County. St. Barnabas